What's going on, Buffalo State Hockey? My name is Evan Harrington alongside men's head hockey coach Steve Murphy for another episode of Mondays with Murph. We have a lot to get into this episode. Obviously, talking about this past weekend set of games. Thanksgiving's this week. Maybe we'll get a little to Thanksgiving talk. And also, the team is traveling to Wisconsin this week, and we'll talk about the two games on the road that the team is going to play. But first of all, Murph, how you doing?
Doing good, Evan.
All right, before we get into everything, since it is Thanksgiving week, what is your favorite dish to have at Thanksgiving dinner?
Turkey, and I gotta have the legs, man. Like, that's just some barbarian stuff right there. So I like enjoying the legs, but some turkey, some mashed potatoes, and gravy is probably the best 1-2 combo.
There's always that one person at a Thanksgiving dinner that just has the one overrated meal. Is there one thing in Thanksgiving that you just don't like food-wise?
Whatever the cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie. I'm not that
sauce.
Stuffing, stale bread. I don't know. Just give me the mashed potatoes and turkey. Let's keep it simple here.
Murph, I don't know if we can do Mondays with Murph anymore. Cranberry sauce is literally my favorite side for Thanksgiving. It's kind of
doesn't go with anything.
But it's cranberry sauce. It goes with everything. It goes with the turkey. Goes with the stuffing. Goes with everything.
With the stale bread, that's what it goes with, the stuffing.
The stale bread's fine though. It gets the job done. All right. So before we get into this week's set of games, we're going to recap from this past weekend. Obviously, you guys are on the road on Friday against Hobart and back home Saturday for SUNYAC action against Morrisville. Talking about the Hobart game first, you guys were defeated 4-0. Just what were some things that maybe didn't go, the best for you guys in that game?
I liked our effort through that game. I thought we were working pretty good, and not even just that game, all weekend. I just felt like we kept putting ourselves in bad spots with penalties. You're playing Hobart. They're a good hockey team there Friday night, and it was literally maybe two shifts in the first period, and you're down 2-0, and now you're trying to come back from that, and then in the second period, you put yourself down 5-on-3. So, yeah, that's hard. I mean, we obviously had some chances. We had one or two breakaways, definitely some chances on the power play, and we didn't capitalize. And when you don't score, you're only getting limited opportunities against some of those top teams, and you have to come through. And we weren't able to pot one there Friday night, but I think it was just a good experience for our guys as far as eye-opening, and maybe we're a program that hopefully we can get there one day. That's a team that we're chasing. So that was defending national champions, and I think you saw kind of why.
So you had two goalies in that game. You had Liam Gross kind of in the first half of it, and then Drew Doran came in the second half of it. Kind of just from your perspective, assessment of their games.
I mean, both are solid goalies, and obviously gave Liam the start, and I think there was one or two that maybe you thought he should have had, but and then he had kind of banged up his finger, and I think that was kind of really the only reason that we decided to switch him out. Just it was obviously bugging him and kind of irritating. We didn't know if it was broken or not, and stuff like that. So just wanted to get Drew in there and get somebody that had a healthy hand. But I thought Liam was pretty good, and I thought Drew was good. Through his half. Again, it's a tall task for both of them, but we were confident that with Liam starting, we were confident he was going to give us a chance to win, and ultimately we couldn't score any goals for him. So, and then like you said, you spelled Drew in, and I thought he played pretty well. So both are good goalies, and we know that, and I know that they're capable of going in and winning any game that we put them in.
So moving from non-conference back to in-conference, you guys this past Saturday took on the Morrisville Mustangs, a very familiar opponent, and it was an exciting game. Really came down to the final minute of play where you guys came out, tied it up, and then obviously Joe Glamos scoring the game-winning goal. 3-2 victory against Morrisville. What were some of the things you liked from the game?
It was, again, I thought we put ourselves in a lot of bad spots. I thought we were carrying the momentum for a good chunk of each period, and then we would take a penalty, and Morrisville would kind of get some momentum back. And then we would kill it off. We'd get a little bit of momentum, and then we'd take another penalty. So I don't know, it just felt like we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. But in saying that, hey, like we talked after the game, I give our guys a lot of credit. They stuck with it, and they found a way to win. And I think that's the most important thing, that when we're sitting here at the end of the year, tallying up points and where are we at in the playoff spot, these were two big points that we needed to have, and our guys stuck with it, and we were able to pull it out at the end there. So it was kind of a wild finish, but definitely one that we'll take and move on from.
So before the Joe Glamos goal, You guys call the timeout. Can you kind of just take us through what you were explaining to the guys in the huddle before they went out there and obviously executed the game-winning goal?
Yeah, I mean, Aiden has just tied it up, and I don't know what there was, maybe 55 seconds left. Part of it was just to kind of calm us down and reset, because there was still, almost a minute to play. The other part of it was I wanted us to stay on attack mode. I think we were controlling the play there for the last couple of minutes. And so we kind of drew up a face-off play at center ice, and really we just wanted to fire it down and see. I thought when I drew it up, I thought one of two things were going to happen. I thought either the goalie was going to catch the puck and we were going to get an offensive zone face-off play to try and obviously win the game off of that or something. And then the other thought that came to mind was he's going to kind of kick one right out in front of the slot for us, and we were going to win the game. And yeah, I don't know, kind of funny how it kind of happened and stuff like that. And we won the face-off, and Blanco fired it down. And I don't know if the goalie kind of just picked up on it late and panicked a little bit, because I do think it was going to go over the net. But yeah, it worked out well for us, and it was a wild, 11 seconds there to score goals 2 and 3 to win it. But that kind of win is something that you can hopefully jumpstart the rest of the season, or at least the rest of the first semester here before we go into break. And I think the guys should again feel good about themselves for sticking with it and pulling that one out. But most certainly there's a lot of work ahead, and we've got to be better in some specific areas.
So one player I kind of want to highlight was Vadim Kirikov. He was named Bengal Athlete of the Week along with Suniak Rookie of the Week. 2 points in the game for him, really kind of his coming out party for the Buffalo State Bengals. He had a goal and assist. Just talk about Vadim's game.
Yeah, he's been getting better. Obviously, every game that he plays here, and he had a long time off, just a little over a year or whatever it was without playing hockey, and he was here last year and just kind of waiting to get him eligible and into school and stuff like that. So I expect his game to keep getting better. And I think the more he plays and the more minutes he gets, and he's just going to become more comfortable. Yeah, you can just see he has the ability to control the play on the ice through the neutral zone and in the offensive zone. So yeah, he's been getting better. He's most certainly a guy that we're going to need to carry our team and need to produce here through the rest of the season if we're going to have some success.
All right, so now going forward to this weekend set of games, the team's going to be traveling to Wisconsin for the Thanksgiving weekend. First, Friday, the team is going to be taking on the Milwaukee School of Engineering. Just talk about that team and what they do well.
Well, it's the Midwest teams. It's probably a little bit more of a different style, and I'm excited. I know that Milwaukee and both Lawrence that we play on Saturday, they're both off to a pretty good start here. And Milwaukee had 2 close games with one of the top-ranked teams this past weekend or two. So it's going to be a tough matchup, and we're kind of working through that right now, just our pre-scout and getting them on film and seeing kind of what they do well and stuff like that. But it'll be an exciting week just for us to kind of get out of Buffalo and have a lot, fly, which we typically don't do. We're usually obviously bussing everywhere. So it'll be nice just to take a flight out to the Midwest and kind of get away with the boys and the staff and, kind of spend a couple nights away from Buffalo and bond with the team and stuff like that. And obviously you're playing 2 games and you want to go out and win. But I think it's important for us to, just kind of hang out and be together over those 3 nights, and I'm looking forward to that as well.
So then, like you mentioned, Saturday, the team's going to be taking on Lawrence University. We've played them in the past, very familiar opponent. What are some things they do well?
Yeah, I mean, we played them last year. That was the first time we had seen them, and they had gotten a new coach, and so now it's his second year, and he's obviously building that program up. But I think it's a fast hockey team, and from what I remember last year, very structured and very hardworking in just how they play and their discipline. So I would expect them, obviously, with us beating them twice last year, I would most certainly expect them to remember that and come out swinging in that game Saturday. So kind of an early afternoon matchup at 3:30 with Lawrence, and I'm excited just to go out and play those 2 teams and continue to try to find our game here along the way before we get back in the SUNYAC conference next weekend.
All right, I just want to say that has been another episode of Mondays with Murph with myself, Evan Harrington, and Bengals head coach Steve Murphy. Just want to say thank you guys to always tuning in every Monday for Mondays with Murph. Have a very happy Thanksgiving this coming week. We will see you guys next Monday. Have a great day.